When a coworker asks to hang out with you after work, do you ever feel as though they are giving you more smiles, more coffee and puppy eyes? You might not think these are indications that a coworker likes you, but women flirt in different ways than guys do, so do not ignore them. And before we start talking about the theme of your wedding, let's talk about how to spot these signs of interest. Like and subscribe. She stays around longer. Now, throughout your life, you will spend a lot of time with your co-workers, but when someone has a crush on you, they will want to be around you even more. So even when she doesn't have to be there, a co-worker who likes you will want to stay in your company. She will accompany you to the coffee maker at the same hour on your break. Maybe she says good morning and takes the long route around the office to see you. In the meeting, she may pick a seat next to you if it's empty. Even if it could be subtle at times, if you keep running into her more often than you should, there's a specific reason why. She wants to know about your personal life. It may not go beyond a simple polite exchange to show interest in your co-worker's personal life, but unlike your other co-workers, she would surely question you more about your interests and also your pastimes. She shares her food with you. Is your co-worker bringing in a lunchbox to work? Now, if so, does she usually give you a bite or share something with you? Perhaps she has even started to pack a little bit more food just for you. Now, I know the saying that the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Well, this is an obvious sign that she likes you and she wants to show her love and care for you through her food. She offers to be of assistance. When women fall in love, their maternal instincts drive them. Maybe she has noticed a change in you. She may be concerned about how you're feeling and ask about your well-being. She will be sure to let you know that you can ask for help anytime. For advice or support, she will always be there for you. The accidental touches. Touching isn't exactly routine at work. There may be the occasional supportive shoulder touch, but that's about it. And this is why a co-worker who likes you would show her interest in more modest ways to stay professional. She might also touch your shoulder more often than necessary. She may run into you all the time, but she hardly acts clumsy otherwise. She could give a bit too long of a pat on the back. She could even go over and above the usual and initiate hugging or another personal contact with you only. This is her way of telling you that she finds you attractive, but you should tell her right away if you don't feel comfortable doing it. She always asks for your help on little things. She finds a way to ask for your help doing anything at least once a day when she likes you, making you interact with each other. And if she does this, she obviously wants to get closer to you. She will ask deeper questions. When a co-worker strays from the standard small talk and starts to ask more detailed inquiries, it may suggest a deeper level of interest. She is more interested in getting to know you than anybody else at work. Now, she could overshare personal information to start a conversation. And beyond the casual tone of the small conversation, this is an effort to create a deeper, more meaningful relationship. Every time she sees you, she smiles. This is a very little but clear indication that she might like you. You notice she doesn't act that way among other colleagues, but there can be that special twinkle in her eyes when she speaks to you. You often catch her glancing your way. When it comes to attractiveness, staring is typically a giveaway. When you like someone, well, you just want to stare at them forever. A random strange glance from a co-worker might not imply anything, but if you catch her looking deeply into your eyes all the time, it can mean that she likes you. She occasionally flirts with you. To lighten the serious tone of the office, most co-workers engage in flirtatious conversation. She could, however, be actually attempting to flirt with you by taking advantage of this. Everyone in the office seems to be aware. Since workplaces are often compact spaces, everything is noticeable there. They also tattle about everything. When the first romantic cues start to drift through the air, people can sense it. There is a strong possibility that your co-workers are correct if they all know that a co-worker has a thing for you. She changes her look to catch your eye. Now, a woman will go to great lengths to make sure that they are noticed when they run into you at work. She could change how she wears her hair, her makeup. Maybe she wears tighter clothes, those form-fitting outfits. She is trying to catch your attention and wants to see if you notice the small details and mention them. She wants to hang out with you after work. Workplaces aren't always the most romantic. A co-worker who likes you is usually aware that she cannot show it at work. If so, she could invite you to join her for other endeavours other than work. This could be in a group setting or maybe even just one-on-one. At first look, the offer might not appear very intimate. You'll at least be aware that she thinks highly enough of you to want to be your friend. It is always a good idea to start out slowly, so don't rush. You will be able to tell from these hangouts if you are meant to develop a platonic relationship or something beyond that. She can recall many subtle details about you. In the workplace, a lot of stuff is shared. There is a lot to remember and people must make an effort to recollect more unimportant things. As a result, someone who makes an effort to recall numerous tiny small details, well, they do so for a reason. The one time you mentioned your favourite movie at work, your co-worker recalls it. She seems to be familiar with your favourite brew and usual lunch order. She remembers that you and she had a very brief conversation 2 weeks ago about your personal affairs. And if she recalls these things about you and doesn't remember anything else, well, she likes you. She recognises slight changes in your looks. Did you trim your beard? Indulge in new clothing? Have a facial? She will notice whatever it is that has changed straight away. She mimics your body language. People naturally mirror another person's body language when they like them, so take note of the gestures that co-worker makes when you talk to her. When you fix your hair, does she too? Touch her chin after you've touched yours? She turns to face you the same way that you turn to face her. She is mimicking you and might be interested in you. She calls you by a nickname. If there weren't already more definite signs, there are now. She gave you a nickname, but she didn't give your other co-workers one. Now she's definitely interested in you. She lavishes you with compliments. Compliments are a very typical indicator of interest and flirting. People know that praises cheer others up. A co-worker who constantly has something lovely to say about you is trying to catch your attention. She wants you to see how much she likes you and the things that she praises you about. She knows your birthday and doesn't miss greeting you. She obviously likes you a lot if she goes out of her way to remember your birthday or make it extra special because she makes an effort to do so on your birthday. She contacts you after office hours by texting or calling. Now, outside of work, you and your co-workers may have a group chat. She has a major crush on you if she has ever contacted or texted you outside of that chat, especially if you haven't talked about work. Here is how you can take advantage of your chance if you've been studying these subtly suggestive signals and you are interested in knowing her more. Invite her out if she inquires about your weekend plans. She will certainly see this as a sign that you share her interest. Now, when it comes to dating co-workers, make sure you are informed of your company's rules. Putting your employment in jeopardy over a flirtatious friendship or even a prospective romance is not worth it.